plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey. Come on, let's go. We're at 38. Hey.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. 188. 188. Hey.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Come on, let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95. Hut.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Let's go. Blue 95.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run forward with Barkley. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Now back to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. Hot. Blue 95.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Breanne Body Calhoun. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Shorty.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Lewis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Oh!
Still going. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in his first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Flush to his right. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Clement. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Now he's flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 55 yards. Into the red zone. Wentz. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping, and he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Spinning away. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down.
Let's go. Hey.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Chesson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They're going to look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The toss out to Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They'll run with Clement. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Given 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Red 38.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. Could pick up another 1st down with that run.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get ready.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Get ready.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Wentz now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the Giants ready to come out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Giant territory. They give him a gain of 37. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. B.J. Goodson able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, here's Clement. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. They'll run again with Clement. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was put. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
12 yards there as they move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A run, it's Clement. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. An Eagle first down, Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
It must be something about the night air because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And they'll run it here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And they'll go on the ground, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Philadelphia, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the